Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scalaboo. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now. Back to throw. Hine. This one is Slayton over the middle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Scalaboo. They needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Looking to put a drive together. To throw is Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Nix to the air. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. Well, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
2nd and 10. Here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Here's Nix once more. He targets Ingram for another grab. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. High. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
It's a solid footwork there, so he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. High. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Giants at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Hey! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cuddy.
Operating from the gun. High. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And they've got it well across midfield down to the... Before it's all said and done. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A 6-yard pickup.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
At the Giants' 34-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Harvey. Able to slither by. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Nix. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Throwing Nix. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0.
Giants nothing. Jason Myers set to kick
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. You look at this Bronco defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
It's complete to Robinson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
First down 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
He was taken down.
Well, this defense for the Giants, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
18, Pioneer. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Operating from the gun. Nix. And that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down, Denver.
Back to the air with Nix. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Franklin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Nix going to give to Harvey. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
And the tight end goes in motion left. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Giants are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Come on, set. Bronco 80.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Giants first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard
70
line.
range, or 70 range. Viking 18. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready.
Back to throw. High. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Brings up second and 2 at the Broncos' 42-yard line.
Let's go.
Scatteroo going to run it out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Ready, ready.
4 receivers in the formation here, a pair to each side as they face a 2nd and 5.
70 Timberwolves. Go.
Operating from the gun. High. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Intended for number 82.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And that will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick. But now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
That's good for a Broncos first down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
That's another Broncos.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he's got it down to the 28. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun is Nix. Sutton drilling it in on the left side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
At the 15-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Marvin Mims. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 21-0.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Second down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
An inside run with Scatterbury. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So after the penalty, here's second and 3.
Cougar 19.
Looking to throw. Hyde. That's caught left side by Neighbors.
Cougar 19.
5-yard gain on the play.
19 tight.
Giants.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll dump this off to Scatterbury. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Let's go now.
Here's second and 8. A quick hitter complete. It's Robinson. And he's taken down inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Giants first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Back to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
So the first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's second and 10. Back to throw. Hyde. He's got this complete to Robinson. That was signaling a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, go!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Wan'Dale Robinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Giants 7.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw is Nix. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but he's going to lead to 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Nix from the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Taking it about the 36. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
Ready? Let's go.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
Catch made by Slayton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
At the 23-yard line.
Bronco 80.
Looking to throw. High. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
70 Timberwolves.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Scatterboo. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here we go.
Running left is Tracy. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Tag. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cup 19, Cup 19. Let go.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors from 3 yards out. And the Giants are back within a score. Santos with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 19 yards that time for number 19.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now it's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run straight ahead with Harvey. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Throwing Nix. Looking right side, and he's got a man. That's Harvey. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And here's a quick throw out to Mims. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Marvin Mims with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14.
Giants 14.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
2nd and 14. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jahdae Barron. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
60 Bobcats.
Back to throw. High. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of 16
They call his
yards.
number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First down.
Come on.
First and 10 at the
Looking to throw. High. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, 43 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone. So that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Giants are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the... And now, before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Let's go. Let's go.
Back to throw. Hyde. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Giants on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Hyde. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
1st down. Here's Scatteroo. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Hyde. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Santos now to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Broncos 35, Giants 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
And a tackle there by Micah McFadden. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Here's Nix. That'll be complete to Harvey.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room.
Still going. He may go.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
R.J. Harvey,
82 yards.
And the Broncos might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good.
Jason Myers.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd
60
and 8.
Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Operating from the gun. High. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Viking 18, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
60 Bison.
And the Giants first down.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down.
And down to the 36-yard line here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
70 Timberwolves. Cowboy 80. Mustang 19.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
The 29-yard line.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to Slayton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Looking to throw. Hyde.
Once again, he finds Slayton.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a 4th.
10 yards on
Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown.
Tyrone Tracy, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants have cut it back within a score. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And just shutting him off there.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
To throw, here's Nix.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Broncos first down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Broncos.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here comes third and the length of the football. Nix to the air. And he's going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll try the middle with Gorindo. Taken down at the 30.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some